What's up, everybody? It's Nan Wilkinson coming to you with the market report brought to you by Help Connects. This is the week of January 20th. All right, market alerts. So as usual, we've got produce in the market alerts. But on top of that, we are also looking at chicken wings on the rise. You know what's coming up, Super Bowl. What happens during Super Bowl? People like to go out, eat chicken wings, and cheer on their favorite team. So chicken wings are on the yearly rise. Also, tilapia is in the news. They had a cold snap over in China, and a tremendous number of tilapia have been lost due to that. So not good. Poultry news. As I just mentioned, we have got the Super Bowl coming up here in a couple of weeks, and as is usual for this time of year, chicken wings have been on the rise for actually a few weeks now. So nothing to be too alarmed about. It's typical, unfortunately not good, because people want to eat chicken wings while they're watching the football teams. So anyway, that's happening. Chicken breasts are overall flat, and supplies are fairly tight for chicken overall, which has pushed the prices up a little bit across the board. So for beef news, ribs and tenderloins are down slightly, but you can expect they're going to level off here. Once we start heading into the Valentine season, they're going to start to move up again. Strips are holding their value, still a good value. Retail demand is down right now on the chucks and the rounds, and what's happening with that is it's driving the market down altogether. And then ground beef is actually holding really steady because the retail market is pushing ground beef right now. So that's what happens. So if we're in the wholesale market, but retail is running specials, whether it's summertime, wintertime, whatever, it's going to, of course, just make the supplies tighter. So the retail market can affect us to a large degree. So for dairy, both the block and barrel markets are down this week slightly. Cheese markets are up due to the increased production in milk. I'm sorry, not the market, but the supplies are up due to the increased production of milk, which is actually going to move the market on pricing down a little bit. Shell eggs are down, and butter is down, but demand is heavy, so you can expect that to right itself pretty soon. So anytime you've got a large inventory and the prices are low, they're going to start moving out a lot of inventory, and then guess what? Then you're not going to have as much inventory, and it's going to push the prices back up again. So typical, that's the way it works, but that's what's happening now with our dairy market. Produce. So as long as we've got changes in weather, we're going to have issues with produce. That's just the way it goes. One guy that I trust a lot said, produce is the one thing that the more you pay for it, the worse it is, because that means there's just not good product out there. So asparagus, we have an asparagus alert, very little volume coming out of Mexico, and not much production coming out of Peru as well. So we've got a good demand for asparagus as always, but not the supply we need. So there's issues there. Also, we're looking at issues with celery. Quality is pretty good, but supply is very tight. You're looking at the next maybe 2 to 3 weeks, there'll be some issues with that. Broccoli, again, weather conditions have caused issues. Looked at for things to turn around the next 2 to 3 weeks, as well as cauliflower. Same is holding true for lettuces, bell peppers, onions, squash. All these items are just being affected by the weather, whether it's coming out of Mexico or California or Florida. But again, these things should right themselves in the next 2 to 3 weeks here. But you don't want to be mindful that they have got some issues going on with theft in the gas pipelines in Mexico. So they've shut down all the gas lines, and they're trying to prevent more theft. So that's causing a lot of problems with transportation out of Mexico for products. So we'll see how that plays out. So that's what's going on with produce. So for other commodities, pretty much steady market, pretty flat, not really much to report. All right, well, that's it. Thanks for watching this week's market report. Be sure and download the app Help Connects. That's HELPKNX. That's where you can look or post your gig work for the hospitality industry. Or join us on our website at www.helpknx.com. That is a free job posting and job search specifically for the hospitality industry. So thanks again for watching. We'll see you next week. Have a great week.